We all know that climate change is causing it to get warmer in the lower part of the atmosphere where we live, but one thing that fewer people know is that climate change is also changing the wind speeds 10 kilometres above our heads where planes fly, and in particular those wind speeds associated with the jet stream are becoming stronger, and that is increasing the susceptibility of the atmosphere to the instability that causes turbulence to form.
How much bumpier is it going to get?
Well, we've looked at supercomputer simulations over the North Atlantic, and we've found that the average strength of turbulence by the middle of this century is expected to increase by between 10 and 40%, and also that the amount of airspace containing significant turbulence is most likely to double. So that means having the fasten your seatbelt sign on for twice as long, perhaps, as we do today.
Or it means you fly around it?
Well, if pilots know at the start of the flight where the turbulence will be, then they can fly around it. Unfortunately, we've looked specifically at clear air turbulence, which literally comes out of the blue, you could say. This is the turbulence that forms above clouds when you're flying through clear blue skies and conditions appear to be fine. People are wandering around the cabin, seatbelts off, and then suddenly the plane encounters unexpected turbulence, which the pilot could not see from the cockpit window, and also the electronics on board the plane cannot detect this turbulence in advance.
Doctor, if I could just ask you briefly one more question. In terms of, well, two aspects to this. One is the comfort aspect for passengers on board planes. The other issue, of course, is the cost, because any plane that goes into turbulence or has to avoid it is going to spend more on fuel.
That's right. So the cost to airlines is estimated to be about tens of millions of dollars every year. But if you add in the cost of damage to planes and government inquiries following incidents, it's probably 100 to 150 million dollars a year. And any increase in turbulence would presumably increase these statistics. And of course, airlines plausibly are going to pass on those costs to passengers.